Hi, I'm Scott Sands. I'm a partner in the private wealth team here at Meyerson. Here to talk to you today about post-transaction advice and what you need to be thinking about after the deal is done. Most people think that once a transaction is done, you've sold your business or company, that's all hard work done. Unfortunately not. It may have been a lot of tax planning to get to where you needed to be, but that doesn't end at that stage. Inheritance tax and planning for that needs to be considered as soon as the deal has completed. The main reason for this is that in private limited companies, the shares qualify for business property relief. So they are 100% exempt most of the time from inheritance tax. Inheritance tax is charged at 40%. So when we sell those shares and convert that into cash, that cash is now subject to 40% inheritance tax on death. Subject to certain exemptions such as a nil rate band. So we really need to start thinking about what we're going to do with that cash in order to minimize any exposure to inheritance tax. There are a number of things that you could consider. Number one is you could reinvest that money back into shares that qualify for business property relief. You could also move that money out of your estate by placing it into trust for the benefit of families and friends, or you could simply just make gifts to family and friends in order to minimize that exposure. There is also a lot more complex tax planning that you can look into, such as family investment companies, which we specialize in at Meyerson. In addition to inheritance tax planning, you need to look at your wills. The position when you're running a business and owning a business to then having a load of liquid assets is much different, and you need to think about what's going to happen with that. Again, trusts in wills need to be considered and planning for that. And then finally, you need to speak to your financial advisor and look to see what you can do with that money in order to minimize any tax exposure. So you may want to put some of that cash into ISAs, pensions, and other qualifying assets. If you like any more information, please feel free to get in touch with me. Thank you. Goodbye.